I burnt out, and I had an epiphany in a movie theater, a foodie movie, and found myself going to culinary school. And um, it was a life changer for me, 100% life changer. I have never been so excited to be in a classroom in my life. I couldn't wait till Monday to roll around. And I'm not a Monday person, but I became one. And I was miserable when it was Friday because that meant there was no school over the weekend. There was not a day I didn't love. I was, and not to use culinary tools as a metaphor, but I was a sponge, 100% of a sponge. And I've taken the pearls of wisdom from my chef instructors and everything, not just into my culinary career, but into my life career too, if you will. I remember taking baking classes in middle school and junior high school, but I also remember doing the baking badge in brownies and Girl Scouts. That was a good time. And then, but for me, food has always been what brings people together.
Right.
And I was more excited about my cookbooks than I was around my textbooks. And I would spend more time looking for, I remember buying my first cookbook, and it was more like a dictionary. It was like this thick, and I just, every week when it was my turn, I couldn't wait to create something different. But I didn't equate that to being a career, even though I'd always worked front of house in restaurants. I'd never once thought about being something around the culinary side, the culinary creation side. So when I went to that movie, and it was a remake of Eat, Drink, Man, Woman. Anyway, I remember sitting there watching the daughter of Hector Elizondo's character, who was a corporate girl, and she really wanted to work in the restaurant with her dad. And he's like, no, you need to stay in corporate. And I kind of felt the same because I had graduated Penn and I could have gone into tech, which I did, or I could have gone and been a GM at a hotel dining room in the city. And I was heavily pressured to take the tech job. And so I kind of felt this connection with this character, and she finds all of her joy in cooking for her family. And so when I left that theater, I already knew before I got out of my seat, and I called Scottsdale Culinary Institute from the parking lot and talked to the woman responsible for admissions. And she said to me, you sound different than the people who call to do a tour. So I'm not going to put you on a group tour. I'm going to do a private tour with you. So I met the following week. I went there, and the second I walked in, the yes chef, hello chef, the formality, the structure, the respect, all of it. It was just evident everywhere you went. And I felt like I had walked home. I really did. And I started a month later, and to this day, it was the best experience I had ever had.